Amadeus by Global Airwings. Welcome to our tutorial on how to create a PNR passenger name recording images. A PNR contains the essential details of a traveler's booking, along with relevant information for their journey. It is a collection of data items known as elements and can contain up to 999 of them. Each PNR must have 5 mandatory elements, which we remember with the acronym PRINT. Each letter represents an important piece of information, and these elements can be entered in any order. Let's explore what PRINT stands for. P is for the phone number, the contact element. It can be the details of a travel agency or the traveler. R stands for received from acknowledgement, indicating who initiated the creation or modification of the PNR. I is for the itinerary element linked to the sales element, including flights or other services. N signifies the name element with the passenger's name list, whether an adult, child, or infant. T is for ticketing, used to set reminders or time limits. After entering these 5 mandatory elements, finalize the record with an N transaction. ET or ER to store it in the booking system. In this video, we will guide you through creating a PNR from scratch. It is best to start fresh and use the IG command for new or updated PNRs. We will display availability with a transaction, followed by the travel date of June 15th and the 3-letter code for Paris, PRR, as the origin city code and Doha, DOH, as the destination city 3-letter code. You can use either the city or airport code as required. Use a slash for separation, the letter A as an identifier for the airline, followed by QR, the 2-character airline code for Qatar Airways. To sell the seats, use the SS transaction, followed by the number of seats needed. In this case, 3 seats are required, followed by the booking class M, and then 1, which is a line reference number for our chosen flight from the availability screen. After selling the outbound flight, you can use the ACR availability change return option, followed by the required travel date from Doha, DOH, to Paris, PAR, on June 25th. Alternatively, you can use the neutral availability option for your return trip. Use a transaction for availability display, followed by the travel date June 25th and the 3-letter codes for Doha, DOH, as the origin city 3-letter code and Paris, PRR, as the destination city 3-letter code. Use a slash for separation, the letter A as an identifier for the airline, followed by QR, the 2-character airline code for Qatar Airways. To sell the seats, use the SS transaction, followed by the number of seats needed. In this case, 3 seats are required, followed by the booking class M and then 1, which is the line reference number for our selected flight from the availability screen. To add an adult's name, use the NM name transaction, followed by the seat holder number 1, last name Smith, a slash, the first or given name John, a space, and the passenger title Mr. To add an adult and an infant with the same last name, use the NM name transaction followed by the seat holder number 1. Last name Smith. A sharp, the first or given name Carol, a space, and the passenger title Mrs. an open parenthesis. The infant passenger type code INF. Cut the infant's first name James A/ and the birth date with the year January 15th, 2024, and then close the parenthesis. To add a child's name, use the NM name transaction, followed by the seat holder number 1, last name Smith. A slash, the first or given name Joseph, a space, and the passenger title Mr. Open parenthesis, the child passenger type code CHD, cut the birth date October 15th, 2021, and then close the parenthesis. The names of infants and children are also automatically updated in the PNR in SSR format. To add general contact details for the travel consultant or passenger, use the AP transaction for contact with the 3-letter code PAR for Paris, followed by the phone number, and the person's name Robert as a reference. To add an email contact, use the APE transaction, followed by a dash and the email address. To add the ticketing element, use the TK transaction, followed by OK, for no time limit allocated. To add the received from element, use the RF transaction followed by the person's name John who contacted you to make the booking. Once you have entered all 5 mandatory elements of the PNR, you can use the ETN transaction. This completes the transaction, creates the PNR, and closes it. Alternatively, you can use ER, which does the same but keeps the PNR open on your screen in case you need to make further changes. Thank you for watching.